The popular imagination is filled with dramatic tales of warfare between science and religion. Consider the following. Religious flat earthers ridiculed Columbus prior to his historic voyage, warning him that he would fall off the edge of the earth. Leaders of the Roman Inquisition tortured and imprisoned Galileo for daring to suggest that the earth moved around the sun. Renegade monk Giordano Bruno was burned at the stake for affirming that the earth was not the center of the universe. Enlightenment scholars broke free from the shackles of medieval religion by recovering the science of the ancient Greeks. The notorious 19th century atheist Charles Darwin developed the theory of evolution to rationalize his unbelief, but then repudiated the theory on his deathbed. Biology teacher John Scopes was imprisoned for teaching Darwin's theory to school children in Dayton, Tennessee. The Big Bang Theory was developed by atheist scientists seeking to disprove divine involvement in the creation of the universe. So goes the story of the development of science. It is a long and lively tale of knowledge and truth constantly battling religious superstition and eventually triumphing over it. But is this historically accurate? In fact, no. All of the following widely believed instances of conflict are either great distortions of the truth or outright fabrications. We know of no significant religious or scientific thinkers from the time of Columbus who affirmed that the earth was flat. Galileo was never tortured, and while he did experience house arrest, it was not for his scientific teachings. Bruno was not executed for affirming Copernican heliocentrism, which he taught successfully throughout Europe, but for refusing to stop promoting theological heresies during the height of the Roman Inquisition. Although an agnostic at the time of his death, due largely to tragic life events, Darwin spent most of his life as a practicing Anglican and even considered entering the priesthood. He never regarded his evolutionary theory as a foundation for disbelief. In fact, the two scholars that arguably had the greatest impact on the theories he presented in On the Origin of Species, Thomas Malthus and Charles Lyell, were both deeply devoted Christians. The period known as the High Middle Ages, the 11th to the 13th centuries, was a time of vibrant intellectual development in both theology and science, led by such figures as Christians, Roger Bacon and Thomas Aquinas, Jews like Moses Maimonides, and Muslims like Averroes and Avicenna, establishing many of the foundations upon which later Enlightenment figures would develop modern science. Scopes never taught evolution, spent no time in jail, and actually volunteered for a sham arrest that provided a pretext for a political group to take the state of Tennessee to court for outlawing the teaching of evolution in schools. The Big Bang Theory was developed by George Lemaitre, a Catholic priest and physicist whose peers accused him of smuggling his religious beliefs about creation into science.